Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step right in.
From the gun, Parks throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. A look at the numbers for Ross from last week. 5 catches, 52 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6. To throw on 2nd down. Parks. Open man is Ross, complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Traquan Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 15-1. 15-1.
Now they try the right side here. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a handoff looking right. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's done. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Done. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, this is Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Slam.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, Melvin. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Hey, let's go. Get set.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now they try the right side here. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready? 8, read. Ready?
They'll try the left side. It's done. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. On third down. Done. Breaks a tackle. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, it's done. Oh, the spin. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 4th down, Minshew. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 10 yards out, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Parks looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Parks. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Throwing on 1st down. Parks finding his target. It's Cody Latimer. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Parks. And this is Latimer, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first down, Parks got him in. It's Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On the draw, they go to Geis. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here we go on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now? Oh, under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long. Parks. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Melvin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Parks. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? And the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Back to throw. Parks. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now the Chargers will use the as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
What are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one, and this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have retake. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a handoff looking right. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Minshew throwing on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36. Now Minshew. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now they try the right side here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A good, and oh, it's blocked. Now the Chargers have it. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, past the 20. But he will not be able to bring this one back in the extra point attempt. Unsuccessful.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked, because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that. Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all. No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves. Looking to throw. Parks airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt. Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does. He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Now a handoff looking right. A gain of 3, second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they try the right side here. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now a handoff looking right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. First carry for James Conner. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Minshew. Going to throw right side here, complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Conner. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. It's done. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Looking to throw it, Minshew toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off play action. Parks going deep here for Allen. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, 79 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. Now a handoff working right. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Get set.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff working right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. He's got Fuller. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. This is Connor running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Now a give, right side. Done. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Minshew sets to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback?
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Parks. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Parks. And that will be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Here's Connor. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a third and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's got his man on the crossing route. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they try the right side here. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Back to throw. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with their second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. They're going to try and run for it, and he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's done. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Open man is Myers. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They're going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jaguars, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,